Hey there, YouTube followers. This is Michael of Painting War Games, and tonight I'm reviewing Codex Orks. Yes. And this is going to be of the HQ section. I'm not going to talk about the special characters that are in here, like Godskull Thraka, and then the specialized Pain Boy, Mad Doc Gorksnik. Probably pronouncing that wrong, but yeah. I'm going to be basically talking about the War Boss, the Weird Boy. The two mechs, and the Pain Boy. So, without further ado, what I'm going to do is I'm going to see. This is a recent Ork Boy, the first one I got done with. So let's see if I can't get him in the focus so you guys can look at him when I talk. There. Let's see if I can do this. Put a cap there. Sorry guys, I'm not really prepared. Get him in the focus. Boom. There we go. All right. So, if you guys own the Ork Codex, please turn your Bibles to, or the Ork Codex to page 54. We'll start off with the Ork War Boss. And I do have some notes written down here, just as my thoughts, so I can get into this. He starts off at 60 points. Really good. Weapon skill 5, ballistic skill 2, strength 5, tough 5, 3 wounds, initiative 4, attacks 4, leadership 9, 6+ save. Cool. He comes with a slugga and a choppa. Not bad. Stick bombs, which are assault grenades. The slugga is your basic pistol, and the choppa is your basic melee weapon. Special rules. Here we go. Furious Charge. He's an independent character, and he has the mob special rule. And he has WOG, which is once per game at the start of like turn 2. You can call a WOG, and every model, or on the turn he does a WOG, all friendly units made up entirely of models with "Here we go" special rule may charge in the assault phase, even if they made a run in the same turn. So pretty cool. You can upgrade him to give him Envy or Heavy Armor, which is giving him a 4+ save for 4 points. You can replace his Slugga and Choppa for Mega Armor, Twin Link Shooter, and Power Claw for 40 points. And then you can give him stuff from the ranged weapons, melee weapons, Runts and Squigs, Ork Wood Knots, and give some Gork and Mork. Excuse me, guys. I gotta take a drink. So, what I wrote down was he's your basic make your own HQ. He's relatively comparable to like a Space Marine Chapter Master or Captain, as far as like build your own. He's great at 60 points. I would take Heavy Armor upgrade. Like, that's, in my eyes, that is a must-have. For 4 points, give it to him. So 64 points. And a Shooter is free, just for him to have. You don't even have to swap out the Slugga. So I would give him the Shooter plus Heavy Armor, which is nice. Now, I'm sitting here looking at my notes and thinking, well, you could give him a Power Claw too, because the Power Claw is basically a Power Fist. It doubles your strength, and it gives you AP1, but it makes you go out initiative step 1. You're already toughness 5, and then you have the 4+ save, so that's pretty good. It makes you go strength 10, AP1, and initiative step 1. So what does the Ork War Boss have really good going for it? He's basically as fast as every Space Marine. I'm pretty sure initiative 4. He's going at the same speed as most Space Marines. We're going to use Space Marine because that's the staple, that's the standard. So yeah, he's going at that initiative step 4. So like I would almost, I'm probably going to have 2 of these guys. One to where I do have him configured up with a Power Claw, and one to where he just has a Choppa. So that way, but I'm going to always give him the 2 upgrades that are mandatory, like it's the Necron Destroyer Lord. You can give him Septernal Weave, and that's a 2+ save for him. So yeah, that's a mandate. Like, like that's a mandatory save for that guy in my book. These two upgrades are mandatory for the war boss, um, because they're just cheap. 4+. He goes to 64 points, and you give him a shooter, which gives you that 18-inch range to shoot, and it's an assault-based weapon. So, and you got your pistol. So, this guy is an overall good. He's a good cheap HQ unit, which is what the orcs are about. They're cheap. They're flexible. Weird boys. I'm going to touch on these guys very briefly because I do not know, you know, if what they are. I know they're psychers, but I know the psychic face changed in 7th edition. I've never been really hip on psychers, so I'm just going to go through it. He's 45 points, web skill 4, ballistic skill 2, strength 4, tough 4, 2 wounds, initiative 3, attacks 3, leadership 7, 6+ save. He could generate his powers from Power of the Wog, which is in the book, or Demonology, and he can become. You can upgrade him to Psyker level 2 for 25 points, as he's only a Psyker level 1. He's independent. He has the Weird Boy staff, Furious Charge, Here We Go, Mob Rule, and Psyker level 1, and the Wog Energy special. Like I said, I'm not going to really touch base on him that much because I don't know Psychers in 7th edition. I don't know how powerful they are. I don't know Demonology. Demonology might be one of the better psychic tables that you could roll on. But the Power of Wog psychic table, it seems like middle of the road, from what I remember. So, I'm going to say, I'm going to have to wait and see how he is. I'm going to own one eventually. I'm going to have to test them out and field them and just really get my opinion on them. So now we're on to the mechs. I'm going to cover the mech first, and then I'll get to the big mech. Mech, 15 points. Weapon skill 4, ballistic skill 2, strength 3, tough 4, 1 wound, initiative 2, attacks 2, leadership 7, 6+ save. He comes with the Slugga, the Choppa, the mech tools, stick bombs. Here We Go, Furious Charge, Mob Rule, and then he has the Mechanotics Special Rule, which is for each HQ detachment, not include other mechs. You may include a single mech chosen from the from this data sheet. They don't use up Force Org slots. Before the battle, immediately after determining Warlord traits, any mech that is not a part of a unit, if possible, be assigned to a unit, which is infantry or artillery. A mech cannot leave this unit and is treated as part of it for the entire battle, as all rules of perk go. You can upgrade him a little bit. You can give him. You can replace his Choppa for a Kill-a-Saw. You can have him be accompanied by the Grot Oiler, and he may take items from the mech weapons list. The notes I have is he's very cheap. He's extremely cheap. He's the cheapest HQ in there, even though he is sort of like a unit attachment. And he's great for the cost. He's gonna be there, to sort of help you out. So, I don't say he's an auto include, but I'm saying if you got 15 points that you need to spend, you don't know where to drop it, put in a mech. Okay, big mechs. They start off at 35 points. They have the same stat line. No, they don't. Web skill 4, ballistic skill 2, strength 4, tough 4, 2 wounds. Initiative 3, 3 attacks, leadership 8, and 6+ save. Which he comes with Slugga, Choppa, mech tools, stick bombs. Here We Go, Furious Charge, independent character, and Mob Rule. He can take heavy armor for 4 points. He can replace his Slugga with one of the following: custom force field for 50, shock attack gun for 50. This is, and I'm not really going to get into the rest of it because you can customize him out and put him in mega armor and stuff. This guy might be good. I'm not really sure yet. I would say, just from looking at him, I would give him heavy armor, just to give him that 4+ save, so that way you're not getting raped by AP all over the place. and I give him the shock attack gun. So, you know, he's going to be at 89 points. He's going to be expensive. And the shock attack gun, I'm trying to find it real quick in the back here, guys, is kind of cool. It's, you can put this guy on the opposite side of the field and just let him shoot this thing, because it's 60-inch range, it's 2d6 strength, AP2, Ordnance 1, large blast. And if you roll doubles, like say you roll 2 1s, if an 11 or any other double is rolled for the gun strength, consult the chart below. So even if you just happen to roll 11 on the strength, you have to do this. And, you know, some of the higher up ones are pretty cool. Like, you know, 1 through 3 is sort of bad. 4 is pretty okay. 5 is not good because the shot is not fired. You have to put them in base-to-base contact with the closest model or unit. 5 and 6, the model directly underneath the hole is at strength 10, which sort of sucks. And 6 and 6 gives it the Vortex special rule, which I don't know. So, Big Mac could be cool. I'm not really sure yet, because I'd have to field them and test them. And I'm not really sure I'm going to get a Big Mac because the model is like $50 alone. But I'll proxy it in probably as a mech, saying, hey, this is a Big Mac with a shock attack and vice versa. So, I'm going to switch this now because we're getting on to the guy that I actually like the most out of all the sections. Out of all the HQ choices, this is the guy I like the most. Let's see if I can't get him focused. Come on. I'm trying to get the Pain Boy in here so you guys can look at him instead of looking at my ugly mug. Come on. Sorry, guys. Okay, well, I guess he's not going to focus in. It's going to focus in on my face. So, take him down. But yeah, it's now onto the Pain Boy. This guy that I've been trying to show you guys for the last 10 or 20 seconds. Pain Boy. 50 points. What skill? 4 plus skill 2, strength 4, tough 4, 2 wounds, initiative 3, attacks 3, leadership 7, 6 plus. He has the syringe, and he has dock tools. He can take Orky, Know-Whats, and Grok and Squigs. He has Here We Go, Furious Charge, Independent Character, and Mob Rule. So, what I wrote down as far as notes go, he's great for the price. For 50 points, yes, thumbs up every day, because he gives Feel No Pain, which, as an Orc player, we need that extra save. Granted, he does have a 6+ save, but he goes into a unit, and everything, including himself, gets Feel No Pain. Now, you're probably going to have him sort of shuffling in the middle of a group, to, the middle to near back, so that way he doesn't get eaten up by gunfire. So, like, which I'll get into the Orc Boys in the next video, because I'll do the special characters. Special HQ characters will be the last video I do. If you gave all Orc Boys the Envy armor, you gave them all 4+, you could sort of just, 30 boys, you could shift them up and have this guy protected, and they'll always have Feel No Pain, which is great. So yeah, and even like you put him in a group of 30 boys with your HQ, and if you have a knob, so you'd be 29 boys plus a knob plus your war boss plus him. So yeah, that's a lot of hurt coming down range. The only thing I wish he could have done is maybe like giving him a jump pack so that he could go with jump infantry, like the Storm Boys. I think that's what they're called. I have to look them up right quick because they're not off the top of my head. I think, yeah, we're just gonna call them Storm Boys. So that way he could go with Storm Boys, and go with like the guys, the Storm Boys HQ. So yeah, that's the only thing. Or being able to put them on a war bike, that'd be kind of cool. Having a Pain Boy on a war bike, giving your Warbike's Feel No Pain. So just I wish he would have been a little bit more versatile. He's still great for the point cost, 50 points. He's cheap. He's excellent. Gives Feel No Pain, and plus his one of his weapons. It's not the dock tools. It's the syringes. He has a 4+ poison. So like if he gets into close combat, and 9 times out of 10 he's going to get into close combat with the unit of some sort. When he attacks something, he's doing poison on a 4+, so which is good. Even though you're probably going up against Marines and you're saying, well, I'm strength 4, so I'm already wounding on 4s. But, what happens if you want to go monster hunting? That could be perfectly fine. You find a big Tyrannid, or you come across, guys that are toughness 5, like Plague Marines, or Nurgle Obliterators, or Nurgle Terminators, which, or toughness 6 guys. They're out there. Hell, even a Wraith Knight, which is tough 8. You have that versatility, whereas most of your guys aren't going to be able to hit. If they do hit at all, it's going to be a 6+. This guy can say, oh, at least I'm going to try to get 3 wounds on him at 4+, because it's poison. So, which is nice. But, guys, I know these videos are going to run long. They're all probably going to be in the 15 to 20 minute mark, particularly in some of the later sections. The next section I'll do will be over the Ork Boys and the Grots, or Gretchens, Ork Boys and Gretchens, which are your only 2 troop choices, and I don't see why not, because I only think one of them really matters. So, yeah, the next video will be over Ork troop choices. My clear winner out of this, I actually have 2. I'm sort of tied between the Pain Boy and the War Boss. The War Boss is your General HQ. He is your, like I said, he's like your Space Marine Captain. He is, or Chapter Master. He is your flavor, make him how you want. You can put him on war bikes, or you can put him on a war bike. You can customize him out any way you want. Pain Boy, I'm saying the Pain Boy is an auto-include, because it's just awesome. And I can see where, just looking at the HQ section, why you'd want to play Unbound with Orks, because you'd want to have a couple war bosses. I want to have 4 or 5 Pain Boys, just be scattered and feeling pain all over the place and just doing that. So I can see where Unbound really makes sense as far as 40k goes, is the Ork HQ section goes. So with that, guys, that's my part 1 of the Ork Codex review, and as always, keep gaming.